Joker was right. Hey, everybody. The Joker was right. Hey, failed entrepreneur. Crappy videos every day, so subscribe so you don't miss one. And as painful as it is, as surreal as it is, I think the sample size is big enough now to confirm and accept that Joker's right. I don't know what else to say. When chips are down, and I don't even know if the stakes are that high. I just think when the opportunity arises, I don't know. But the country is legit tearing itself apart. And it's happening all over the place, and there's no signs of stopping. It is and I've made videos again before in the past, it's just a complete breakdown of the social order, the social contract of law and order. And there's people who are cheering it on. I don't get this. What's next? Right? I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for Bane to show up at some protest and start power bombing police. I think that's where we're headed at. I wouldn't be surprised. Could you imagine what Bane's Twitter followers would be like? His Twitter army, how big that would be? It is just insanity. So it's Tuesday, June 2nd, and this is what, the fourth or fifth night of just wide-scale violence now. It is escalating, just like Batman, right? You've escalated things, you've changed the game. And this is, when this first started out, I was talking to some people who were very, very pro-protesters, pro-BLM, anti-police, which I get. I mean, I don't think anyone is for police brutality. I don't think anybody wants to see police killing people. That's not their job, right? Who will police the police? I don't think that's a hot take here. I don't think anyone is against that. But when you encourage, again, and give social cover, that's what we see so much right now. It's frustrating. When you give social cover to this, you are opening up Pandora's box, right? And you are creating a huge host of, you don't even know what kind of issues you're creating right now. And we're seeing that play out. Police are getting killed fighting on the front lines, trying to protect people's homes, probably in the communities, the people who, it's easy to throw someone else's community under the bus. I'm sure a lot of these social media encouragers are snug and cozy on their couch, eating their potato chips, swimming in their pool. Again, it's easy to throw someone else's community away when yours is perfectly fine. But I doubt it's, maybe, I don't know. It's just frustrating. Police are getting killed. If you go online, people are cheering it. Okay. We're done. We're done. There's no coming back from this. For whatever reason, the fake narrative, the dangerous propaganda, and that's what it's. Everyone's propagandizing now. No one is being level-headed at all. Everyone, and I hate saying this word because it never made much sense to me. Tribalism. Ugh. It's. People said it for a long time now, right? You're left or you're right. You're Republican or you're Democrat. You're, pro BLM, anti BLM, whatever. For the environment, anti. Everyone is so on. Everyone has picked a side. You can't be in the middle on anything anymore. You can't. Look online, right? If you're against the protests, everyone just assumes you're just for the rampant killing of black people. Again, they're they're not mutually exclusive. Right? You can have both. You can have both thoughts, feelings. Right? You can take both sides of that issue. If you're against, blacks being killed, or not, again, a hot take, it doesn't mean that you're like for violence. It's so divisive, and maybe people just can't admit when they're wrong. Maybe people don't want to. Maybe we're running out of mirrors. People can't look in the mirror and see how they can fix this or solve this or how they contribute to this. It is just, everything is falling apart. And this is a fire with a lot of fuel and a lot of oxygen, and it's just going to keep growing and growing. And, if the violence, heaven forbid, spreads to you, and you got to call the police. I don't know if they're going to I don't know if they're going to speed over to help you. They're probably downtown trying to, secure that area, so you're kind of on your own. I hope you have some way to protect you. I don't know. There's stories of, I guess they're wanting to avoid the police. So these protesters you hear stories of moving into the suburbs. I saw a Twitter video yesterday night in Washington, D.C., which is heavily Democrat, but their protesters are going into people's houses now. In Chicago, this is going on Twitter again yesterday. I mean, I can't confirm. I don't know. I'm not there, but a lot of people saying, I guess you got Hispanic street gangs don't want their neighborhoods being ransacked, and now they've declared like a war on these on the black community, and there's these no-go zones, and they're shooting St. Louis. I'll post a link. It wasn't Baghdad. It wasn't Mosul. It wasn't a little town in Syria. No, like St. Louis was a freaking war zone yesterday night. You got cars on fire. You got people running in the streets. Helicopters you can hear in the distance, and the whole time someone's filming this video, you can just hear pop, 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 people just shooting at each other. And while there's people like at a gas station trying to fill up in the middle, it's just, this is where we're at. This is the Pandora's box. And when push comes to shove, people have no problem shoving their neighbors, shoving their countrymen. It's a bad joke. I don't mean to go all Dark Knight here or something, but Joker's right. It's a bad joke. It's a facade. Maybe this is just the way it always is, and I don't know. Maybe all that hatred. It's hatred. It's hatred on both sides. Hatred is just so. Maybe it's just like right below the surface. I know it's summer. It's hot. Corona. People have been unemployed, and that's obviously adding more kinder to all this as well, but it's just so explosive, and it's just I don't know how else you clamp down except you just do martial law 24 hours a day. Everyone, just like we did Corona, hey, we did that pretty well. Stay inside, and ain't no one going out, not even for like your essential services, right? Again, I hate to say it, but get your toilet paper, get some canned goods. Because in some places that are really hit hard, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. It's just that people have lost the streets, and it's, when I say the people, it's the business owners, the families, the students, the elder. It's just, there's so much other suffering going on, which, how do I say? There's one side causing a lot of suffering right now, but they're getting the free pass. Does that make sense? And they're getting the support, and they're getting the pat in the back. They're getting bailed out. Now again, if you're like protest, well, first of all, I understand you have the right to protest, and don't ever take that away. But if people are shooting each other and society's falling apart, definitely voice your opinion and use that First Amendment. But be aware that just walking into the middle of a war zone, freedom of speech isn't going to protect you from snipers or Molotovs or angry mobs. I don't think they really care about your rights right now. So if you put yourself in that position and then you get upset because you got tear gassed, if you get upset because you're told to like go home or whatever, I get it, but why are you there? There was a video going around 2 days ago of a little girl got maced in the face, which is, oh my God, so horrible. Everyone's, oh, the police. Why are the police doing this? I could be wrong, I hope an officer didn't walk up to this little girl and just gave her a full face mace spray. But here's a question. What the hell is that parent thinking? Hey, honey, hey, let's go out and let's go see a protest. She had a mask on. She had her face covered. Obviously, sorry, again, where's the responsibility here? What are you doing? I have a daughter. No way we're going out anywhere right now. Why are you taking your kid to something that you know? I'm sorry. Sorry. I feel bad for the kid entirely. I also feel really horrible for that parent. I know they're not probably working right now, but maybe CPS should go and do a house call on that. What are you doing? And again, don't cry when you're upset because you putting your kid on social media to try and wrap up the wrong kind of. It's manipulative. It's propaganda. It's all over the place. And this is just where we're at. Like I said, it's a bad joke. Joker is totally right. People are just tearing each other apart, and everyone is again, not everyone. Sorry, many people are just applauding from the sideline because they're not in trouble, they're not in jeopardy, and hey, good job. Get that justice. Yeah, lots of other people are getting killed, but their deaths don't matter at all. It's all about George Floyd. Whatever happened to him? Does anyone even care about him anymore? There's so much hypocrisy. This is such a black eye. It is embarrassing right now to be an American. And it's something that I don't know if I can forget. The family members, the friends of mine who have people I thought should know better. And again, it's okay to protest and to support the protesters. But if you can't see the overlap between protest and riot, and so many people are just apologizing these riots as protest, it is fucking sickening. But if you can't see that difference, if you can't see how one easily slides into another, that's a lot of respect I've lost, and I don't know if you're going to get that back from me. Granted, I'm sure they probably look at me the same way. Again, here's your tribalism. But, I know, screw me for not wanting anybody to die. Screw me for not wanting to destroy everything. Screw me for not wanting to go third world here. But I guess we're on the gas pedal, and that's where we're going. So, like I said, if you haven't, stock up on those supplies, especially if you're in one of those hard-hit cities, which seem to be growing every single day. There's a reason for this. This is not protesting. This is not a riot. As I mentioned in their video, this is Revolution 101. Look around in history, right? There are chapters, books written. This is what you do when you want to destabilize a society. This is what you do when you want to overthrow a government. This is what you want to do when you want radical change. This isn't trying to get a new law passed. Okay, that's not how this works. You create chaos, you create disorder, you create a vacuum, you create anarchy. Again, we're purging now, it's pretty clear. Okay, and then when you have that lawlessness, then these other groups can step into that void and take over and implement their new policies, their new jurisdiction. I don't see that happening here. I don't know if that's possible. I hope you don't get there. I don't think that's realistic. But that doesn't mean that people sure ain't trying. And there's a lot of ignorance. People don't even see the end game here. They don't understand the game they're even playing. They're just playing with fire and burning things because it's fun at the moment. Or peer pressure. Everyone is doing it, so I'm going to do this too. But literally, you're opening up Pandora's box, and I have no idea what's inside. But every day there seems to be a new surprise. Yeah, we're officially the rambling part of the video. Thanks for watching. I got things to do. I know you do too. Find grace. Be the middle. Be the common sense. There is a total lack of common sense right now. And there's a lot of propaganda out there. And I don't know if they're winning right now, but they got really loud voices, and it's sad how many people are okay watching others die happily, and with a like and with a share.